There we go. Good morning. It is 2024. I don't need to say it's Tuesday or the time. Just 2024. That's enough, isn't it? Boy, that looks dark. I was futzing around here getting things ready to go and looking at topics, and then I realized, oh my gosh, I'm late. I'm late for a very important date. Trying some adjustments here on the camera. You're seeing this live, which I usually avoid doing this live. Let's get well, yeah, but still it's 2024. That's true, isn't it? I didn't say the time is 2024. This just isn't working right at all. We're off to, oh, that's because I still have the exposure on automatic. Apply that. Yeah, it's close enough. All right, let's go. Let's go. It's Tuesday, 9:01, in 30 seconds. Things to talk about. Doing a rewind to verify? I don't know what you mean by that. Alice says, what do we think will be the best machines to buy this year? New gen PCs. I don't know. Outside, above my pay grade. I've got some emails. Do I have channel comments? Checking. No. Okay, so in the emails, I'm going to display it this way without going actually into the emails because you can see the content of the emails here. Hal Wolf was responding on Saturday. We were working on his problem about the login issues on Saturday. He was not yet an approved commenter, so he couldn't talk to us in chat. He was sending me emails during the show, and I didn't know it. I had started with his email that was along the lines of long-time lurker or something I'm researching at the moment, getting the login screen. That's where he was having, when he would restart the computer, it would automatically log in with the last logged in account because there was no password for that account. And he tells me in this one, live commentary mode is set, unable to type comment. And then he told us that Windows 10, it was a Windows 10 system for his son because we didn't know if it was Windows 10 or Windows 11. And his two young daughters. And then afterwards he says, sorry, wasn't able to join chat. Thanks for the effort and suggestions. Windows 10 Pro for your information. Now, when he says thanks for the effort, makes me think that it did not work for him. I'm not sure. The solution we came up with should have worked for him. And then I have another an email from me regarding to Long Dog's question about autocomplete in Outlook. I did go look that up, but I'm going to hold off on responding to that because I know there's another topic that people are wanting to hear about, and that's this one right here. Josh Kinder, but he said his computer crashed, and I did some work with him on Saturday and Sunday, and he sent an Amazon gift card in response to that. So let's go look at chat, and then I will tell you what all happened with Josh Kinder's computer. Oh, and I also have something else that I want to get to. Let's go take a look. I'm going to go take a look at this without telling you what I'm looking at because let's see, how did this work out? Yeah, let's go. Let's I caught up. I checked in on the Ken Stout show last night, Ken Stout Live. I watched it in replay. I wasn't watching it live, but I was expecting to find an explanation for what went wrong during his 12-hour debacle. The name of that show was Annual 12-Hour Debacle. He was going to try to live stream for 12 hours straight. I was hoping to get an explanation. What happened? Why did he quit early? Did he give up? Just couldn't hang with it? Just got tired? There was no explanation in last night's show why he quit early. I was expecting it to go for the full 12 hours. Did not happen. Just did not happen. So I don't have an answer on that yet as to why it didn't go 12 hours. Now I'm going to go look at chat. So I know Ken's in the chat room, so maybe he'll give an explanation. I am first in 2024, he says. He was he wasn't actually the first one. D-Bad was in chat yesterday, but his comment didn't survive to today. Josh Kinder, I am here. Ken Stout to Nick Poverman, happy belated New Year's and Christmas to you. Nick Poverman says, hope everyone's doing well. I've not been here in a while because work has been very crazy. Elmer Fudd kind of crazy. Hope to be here at 12 p.m. Josh Kinder, thanks help to Ken. There's Ken, Alice. And let's see. Oh, Selden Ball saying text looks okay now. Is something wrong with the text? Or was that just because I zoomed in on it? John Williams, hope you're having a great start to a new year. And phone number to call for a good time. Yeah, with Jenny. Mike Wojcik, Jeff Ryman, Kenda Alice, trying to get upload ready to roll right after Doug. So I took a look at that to see if he had something that I could redirect to, and he does not have a Premiere ready to go yet. That looks like what he's trying to do. Maybe it's an explanation for why he didn't last 12 hours on New Year's Eve. I want to know what happened. Nick Poverman, hello to everyone. Like I said, work was crazy. We had a flood in one of our offices and lost everything, servers, computers, phones, and more. Phones. It was 2 weeks to get everything back up and running. Probably phone service or phone functionality. Oh, he's not giving an explanation for why he didn't go 12 hours. Jeff Tick, Josh, good night, or good morning to Pennsylvania. Josh Kender. Says good morning. Nick Poverman, I had to work on Christmas Day to get things back up. Not fun. Alice says that's great. Ken, greetings here. Weather report from Selden Ball. Alice, Greg, and Tom Scotts. Last weekly video after 10 years on YouTube has 5.1 million views since being released yesterday. I saw that within an hour after that was released. I think it was within an hour. Last weekly video. Yeah, I think that was the one that I saw right away. Yeah, he's ending it. And it's not a fake. It's not a phony. This is my last. He's serious about that. Making a change. And I respect his choice there. 2024 is the year, not the time. Ran Israel, are we doing a rewind to verify? LOL. Rewind what? Verify. Does he want to verify that he didn't make the 12 hours on New Year's? Yeah. So let's go see that. Yeah. Look at this. Over here, the first or last, maybe dare I say annual 12-hour debacle. Look at that. 11 hours. 54 minutes, 59 seconds. He just couldn't hang with it. He quit, gave up. No 12 hours. What? What happened? Now, okay, so when you get that uploaded, then I should be able to redirect to it. Now, here's the funny thing about it. Now, I know he actually did go 12 hours. Okay, he actually went a little bit over 12 hours, apparently. Somehow, this numbering isn't showing right. And let's come up here. Let's see, how can I show this? I'm going to come up here to the end. It was so funny because towards the end, he was talking about going... Okay, by the time of that, the time that people actually see it, it would be HD. Now, let's see, I'm going to go play the end of his show here. It was just really funny. I'm hammering forward here to get to the end. 11:54. Because close to the end, he said he's maybe going to go 5 minutes overtime. And I think he said last night he actually did go 5 minutes overtime, according to what his screen was showing him. Here we go.
Israel said we can't hear the chat voices.
Yeah, Ran, I'm sorry. I just realized I had that muted. I've been hearing the voices. I just unmuted them. The voices have been in my head. There's been voices in my head. You're hearing them. You're able to hear them now. So now you're going to be able to hear Ken.
You're going to come in, but I couldn't get Mrs. K to
listen to this.
Co-host for me. Getting her on Zoom was about as far as I got.
We all stayed here to make sure you didn't do a cat nap.
I appreciate that.
Because if you did, you would never have heard the end of it.
And yeah, that's true. Well, I'm okay
And
with
you
that.
did not bust a laptop.
No, I did not. And in fact, I'm glad you said that, Chris. I got to go in there and shut it down.
Can see how many seconds are left.
199. 8 minutes to go. Wow. I didn't think we would make it.
8 minutes to go.
I mean, me.
So he's not at 12 yet.
And no one even sang
Old Lang Syne. That's probably a good thing because I don't know about you guys, but I cannot sing. Mrs. K, on the other hand, has got a beautiful voice. She might not know.
Boom. Boom. Ended right there. What? What happened? I think YouTube cut him off. What's up with that? Did you even know that's how it ends, Ken? For somebody that actually plays it back? Ah. All right, canceled by YouTube. Yeah, it's not going to let you go 12 hours. Now, when I first looked at that, I could swear that it said 11 hours, 59 minutes, 59 seconds. That's what I saw as the length of that show when I first went to look at it on yesterday morning. Now, actually, I was awake early enough because that was about 6 a.m. my time. I was awake early enough. If I had come down here and checked, I could have caught the end of the show, but I didn't. So I saw it probably about half an hour after the show ended. And I'm certain it said 11:55 and 59 seconds. And then Ken's show last night, he showed it on screen and it showed 11:54:59. I don't think he noticed that, because there was another place on its screen where it showed, oh, that's right. Let's go look at that. Let's go look at that. I got to beat up on this a little bit. I actually beating up on YouTube, not beating up on Ken. But no, here it says 11:55 for that. And then, but over here on his stream last night, he came back on at the end.
Statistics show for that stream. Current show 206.
Yeah, let's see. Right there it says, when he was looking at last night, see that? It says 11 hours, 55 minutes, not 12 hours long. And I don't think he noticed that last night because he did not comment on it.
54. So there's been 30, basically 31 people, 29 to be.
I'm going to punch around in this a little bit because there's another place in here where it showed a different amount of time. Oh, yeah, here. Watch that. Watch that right there. Right there. See that? Right here. This says duration 12 hours and 5 minutes. This was showing the statistics for that video. What? And now he's in chat saying, I did not know that, and I do see that now. Yeah. So he showed this on his show last night, 12 hours and 55. And then playing forward on his show last night, he gets to this other screen, and it shows the short change. It's actually, is it exactly 10 minutes? No, it's not. Come on, get to it. Get to it. And then still going, still going. Let's see here what we got. What do we got here? Does this even show a length on here somewhere? Goes to content, goes to live. Yeah, here is showing 11 hours, 55 minutes. And back to, let's see, That's first stream. Get back to this one, 11 hours, 55 minutes. And then here it says 11 hours, 54, 59. As soon as I went into it, you saw that number change. I don't know. Give it up. Move along. YouTube is YouTube is YouTube. And I think I need to get on to the story about Josh Kinder. What happened with Josh Kinder? Okay, so Josh reached out to me on Saturday. Yeah, Saturday after my show, Saturday morning. He reached out to me that his computer crashed. And so I started working with him over his cell phone. The long story short, we spent about 4 hours over Saturday and Sunday. And what we did was we did a macrim reflect restore to fix it. But what I think happened is that his Windows user profile got damaged. And when he noticed it, when he tried to launch Fortnite. Now, his first description to me of the symptom is that Fortnite would not launch. And so he restarted the computer. He did that by forcing the power off. As I understand what he told me, he forced the power off, turned it back on. And when he logged in with his password, he got a message that was along the lines of his user profile was damaged or missing, and it loaded a temporary user profile. All his icons were missing. He described it as all his icons were missing. There were 4 or 5 standard Windows icons on the left-hand side of the screen, but it obviously was not his user profile successfully loaded. I first pursued the issue by trying to do system restore. There was one system restore point. We tried a few different ways of doing that. If I had checked the size of his C drive in use, I probably would have got a clue that there was something wrong, because it was less than 100 gigabytes. And with the games that he had installed, when he does his backup is 450 gigabytes, somewhere around there. So he had lost like 380 gigabytes of content on his C drive through whatever happened. I think the problem occurred before he tried to launch Fortnite. The reason why I'm now thinking that is because he reported on the Ken Stout live show, he said something along the lines that sounded like to me that he clicked to launch Fortnite and he got a message indicating that the program was missing or not available. Rather than failing to launch, which is what I thought was going on, I thought he had launched it and he just didn't wait long enough, because sometimes Fortnite has to do an update. So I thought that was what was going on, but now I'm not so sure. It sounds to me like his profile got damaged before trying to launch Fortnite, and it failed to launch. And because his profile was already damaged, and I don't know how it got damaged, I don't know what happened. Something I think happened prior to him discovering the symptom. So that's really the short story. There is more to the story of what we encountered as we were working on it. But bottom line is we don't know what happened other than his user profile was damaged or missing. He was logged on with his username, and his password was still functional. System restore was failing to complete. It would try to run, and after 3 or 4 minutes, the computer rebooted and it came back up with a report that it failed to restore. And it told us that it was due to not being able to write to a certain file. Well, I suspected that it might have been because he has Malwarebytes and he has WebRoot. And I don't know how those interact with system restore. So we tried deactivating them. We tried safe mode. We tried a few different ways. And that's why the time took longer than it could have. The quicker solution would have been to just do the macro reflect restore. That was going to take several hours to do because he has so much on his C drive. I went looking to see what is occupying his C drive so much because I thought it might have been his downloaded feature-length movies that I was of the impression that he has. But no, it turns out to be that it's the games that he has installed, and they're better off running from the C drive. And trying to install the games on other than your C drive is difficult to do. So his backups are just going to take a long time. Now, another thing that we found is that he only had one backup, and it was a couple weeks old. He thought he had a backup from 1 or 2 days, that was 1 or 2 days old. Turned out that backup failed. And prior to that, he only had one backup. And I asked Josh, where are your other backups? He deleted them. Josh, don't delete why did you delete them? You don't need to delete them. He was concerned about space on the backup drive, but there is enough space to have 2 full backups there. So we made some changes to how his backups operate, and we also turned on differential backups daily. So that computer is going to daily do differential backups. The differential backups are very tiny if he hasn't installed a lot of content. So we're going to see how that goes. I'm looking in in the chat room. There's not much questions or comments about Josh's computer, so let's move on. We'll go back to chat. Have there been more attempts at SpeakerBot? I'm going to go to the end and see what the most recent SpeakerBot is, because I haven't heard one for a while. I did fix a couple things with SpeakerBot this morning, and after you guys said you can't hear them, I don't see any more tests. So go ahead and do a couple more tests. They should be working. Now, the first problem that I discovered this morning with SpeakerBot is that
Boystein said, "Happy New Year, everyone."
I was using the free version, and it was limited to 10,000 characters, and I was at 9,999 characters. So this morning, I bought the first level of paid version, which is $5 a month, which gives me 30,000. It just went to 30,001. Oh, that's interesting. I think that happened in front of our eyes. And I did a lot of tests this morning, not 1,700 tests. Those are characters. Come over here and show. Oh, I gotta go over to this screen. These highlighted ones here are all the ones from today. There's 200.
John Williams said, "Hope 2024 is better than 2023.
72
Ken
items.
Stout Live said, "Can you hear my voice in your head?"
I do hear it in my head. I think you're all hearing it now too. So I've done, there's 74 recorded speeches today. So that has now come up to 1,837 characters used. I think that, 1,000 a day out of 30 days is going to keep me in room, keep me within this plan. Otherwise, I'll go up to the next plan. Now, another thing that I did after Fortnite this morning is I reduced the number of voices used because some of the voices I think are not working. So I've reduced this down to where we're only using Paul, Dami, and Ellie. And they give different, whoops, I'm showing you the wrong screen. They give different inflections each time they run. So I'm going to go ahead and do a couple of tests here of Ellie to demonstrate this to you. So I'll do 3 tests with Ellie, and you'll notice that the inflections and the emotion behind the voice are different each time, even though it's the same voice. Here we go. 1.
This is a test message.
2.
This is a test message.
3.
This is a test message.
All 3 of those were the same voice. And in this system, here's a
John Williams said at Oystein, all the best to you.
Here's all of the voices that are available to me through this system. I looked at some other systems. Over here on this panel, is it this panel? Where is that at? Speech engines. Over here, these are the other engines that are available. I currently have selected 11 Labs and SAPI. These are other voice engines that are available. I went and looked at them over the weekend. I like this one the best. These others aren't anywhere near as, convincing and natural sounding and with some emotion to them. After Fortnite messed up some this morning where the guys that were testing it, the voices did not come through. So since then, I limited it down to just these 3 voices since I know they work. So I'm going to see if those will work consistently now. Let's see, that's a question between people. Remember when saying I hear voices, you got a trip to the loony bin. Oystein, canceled by YouTube about Ken's show. Ken says, no, I did not think there is some DB hanky-panky going on. LOL. We went over 12 hours by 5 minutes. I know you guys did, but YouTube is not recognizing it. So Guinness Book of World Records is not going to award you the 12 hours for that. Nick Poverman, in total, we lost 2 servers, 110 computers, 110 desk phones. Also, 220 monitors because everyone in that office used 2 monitors. So the water level came up high enough to actually flood the monitors? Wow, let's go back and look at this. Water damage is usually down low on the floor level. Let's go to this next one. We had a flood in one of our offices, lost everything. So the water level must have been up to monitor level. Wow, that's crazy. There we go. It seems to be about 10 minutes, but I don't think exactly. Is the stream monetized? Maybe that is all the live commercials. Well, Ken's show is not monetized, but yeah, no, I can't imagine that commercials would take 5 minutes, although we'll have over 12 hours. And no, here's the thing is that it cut off early. The end of the show is prior. Ken kept going. I know they kept going. Now, Ken, if your computer did a local recording, you should be able to edit out that last 5 minutes or 10 minutes and upload that so we can see what you talked about during those last few minutes, because it looks very clear that it cut you off before you said goodbye, because you guys almost mid-sentence. It wasn't mid-sentence, but it's obviously mid-conversation that it cut you off.
Ken Stout, live, said William Dawson's 12-hour stream shut off at 11:55 as well.
Oh, is there a limit to how long you can stream if you have under a certain amount of subscribers or watch time? Let's see, YouTube live stream limits. Oh, look at this, 12 hours long. However, YouTube can only archive live streams up to 12. I've heard that before. I have heard that before. There's no time limit on the live stream. However, YouTube can only archive live streams up to 12 hours long. So if you want your stream to be eligible for viewing at a later time or date, 12 hours is the maximum limit. Yeah, okay, I remember hearing that now. I did not remember that. That's what happened. That's what happened. And I see Buntermute is saying that too. Londog, YouTube doesn't limit the length of a live stream. However, YouTube can automatically archive live streams that are up to 12 hours long for
Ken
this
Stout
reason.
Live said no, it appears 11:55 is the limit.
Well, to test that, you would have to go 11 hours and 58 minutes. I'm thinking that because you went over, YouTube had to shorten your video. And if they have to cut it short, that it may not be a precise cut. I think if somebody were to do 11 hours and 59 minutes and in their live stream, that they would actually get 11 hours and 59 minutes. Now, hey, some of our people that are doing long live streams without actually being in front of the camera, they could test that. That's interesting. Some recommended limiting live streams to 12 hours or less so that viewers can view them later. The question was, does YouTube have limits for live streams? Yeah, you guys were already on that before I got to that question. Why use WebRoot these days? Yeah, I told Josh I prefer not to use WebRoot or Malwarebytes. My clients and my computers do completely fine without either of those products, and I think they just get in the way. Now, I don't know that that was actually causing a problem for Josh's computer, but bottom line is I don't know what did cause the problem. He has a lot of unusual software on his computer, so I think reducing the amount of unusual configurations would be a good idea. Ken DeLondog, what you said makes sense, so I remember that next 11:54 minutes, 12-hour streams. Wasting, yeah, I watched a YouTuber that streamed 24 hours and that stream didn't even process. The live stream went well, but it didn't know about the 12-hour limits and the video on demand wasn't available and lost forever. I have the video recording locally as well as live streaming. So you can, if you're doing that, you can upload the video later. I will read through the rest of these later. I'm going to go ahead and do the redirect to Ken. Yeah, let's see. I've got to refresh this page before his redirect will show up on my list. He has told us that he has a Premiere ready to go. That's not it. There it is. Early morning thoughts of 2024. Oh no. Oh my gosh. Early morning thoughts. I am totally worried about this. Ken, I hope you're keeping it family friendly. What thoughts go through your mind early morning? I'm worried about that. All right. Have a great day, everybody. Second day of the new year. Get it going good. I will see you again another time. Goodbye.